Welcome to Tuesday Tips. This is Pam, one of your nurse advocates from Your Nurse Advocates Consulting, and wanted to talk about this Tuesday Tips. We just wrapped up the promotion for our big course for the Complete Siblings Guide to Caring for Your Aging Parents. And I just want to kind of recap what that was. And for future, we're going to go ahead and we're going to have that available at all times on our website. So that's we had originally only shared that twice a year. And we take your feedback very seriously. And so some of the feedback that we received from our community is that some of the things that we teach on, people need it at certain times. They can't wait, for 2 times a year. Maybe they're in the weeds right now. So they need that information right this second. And so we really thought about that. And so that was a very, I think, valid piece of feedback that we got. So we are going to make our course the Complete Siblings Guide to Caring for Your Aging Parents. It's a 7-module course. We're going to go through that a little bit, but it's going to be available on our website at all times. So you'll be able to register for that at any time that you need that. And secondly, the other piece of feedback that we did receive on the course is that sometimes, and oftentimes, people don't reach out to us for help until they're in a crisis situation and they need a certain piece of information and they need that now. So what the other feedback is that can we have some of those things separated? So if we just need one piece of that course, like one module is all that we need, can we just get that information? So we're happy to say that like I said, we take all of the feedback seriously, with our community. And so what we're doing is we're taking those 7 modules and we're breaking them down, and we're taking each module will be a separate course that, again, as we build those out and tweak them for them being separately, we want to make sure that each section has all the information, unlike how it gets all blended in with the big course. So we're going to be releasing those a little by little. The first one will be released. Actually, it's ready to go right now, and we haven't shared the link, but I will share the link with us here this evening. So that first course is going to be, let me pull that up for you here, and that is going to be getting the affairs in order. And that the title of that course is Getting Your Affairs in Order with Confidence, Collaborative Care Planning. It's a 6-lesson course, and it's going to walk you through all the decisions and documents needed to get your affairs in order. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the link to that course in the chat, and let's go in. We'll put that here, be able to see that on the comments. And for those of you that are going to catch the replay of Tuesday Tips, we will have it in our the description of the video. So we're real excited about that. Getting your affairs in order has been one of the more popular topics that people ask about. So that's why we decided that we would make that the first extra course, so to speak. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop that into the comments, and there we go with that. So this is the link to our new course, and that is getting your affairs in order. So what I wanted to do this evening is just kind of recap some of the things that we went over, just so you get an idea of some of the things that we're sharing. And so one of the things with getting your affairs in order, I think one of the things that is really important is being able to, this is the foundation. And the reason why it's the foundation is because if you have all the affairs in order, all the documentation in place, you have your parents or your aging spouse, your grandparents' wishes in writing, then this makes the decision process so much easier, because you don't have to argue about differences of opinion. All you have to do is just agree to follow the wishes of your aging loved one. So We're going to talk about handling legal and financial matters. We have videos. We have in this new course, the Getting Your Affairs in Order, we have 3 expert videos in that course. We have Dee Dee Bays, who is a certified financial planner, and she is going to be talking about financial planners have all kinds of neat programs and things they can use to help you plan for the future. So Dee Dee actually does a demonstration with one of her software programs, and it can be from wherever you live. She can pull it up because she services people all through the country. And what she can pull up is, depending on where you live, she can pull up, say, the average cost of nursing home care, the average cost of assisted living care, average cost of, the independent living, and can plug it into your retirement funds, budget that, help you budget so you know how you're going to fund all those things. When, will you have enough money? When will it run out? Will you have to look at Medicaid at some point in time? So she just shares a lot of these tools that a financial planner of your choice, or whoever you decide to go with or who you're currently using, ask them if they have this type of software, because we want to be able to plan. You don't want any surprises. And so you'd like to know how you're going to live out your life, your golden years, where you're willing to live, where you're not, and then being able to figure out, if you can afford it. So the second expert that we're going to have in this new course is we are going to have a estate planning attorney, and she did a great job for us at our Senior Care Summit. So she walks you through just what do you need to do to get prepared to go meet with your estate planning attorney? What are the differences between wills and trusts? What works for you? Laws, can be different in different states. So she was speaking from Illinois. So if you're from a different state, obviously, you'd want to get an estate planning attorney in the state that you reside in, because they're going to be familiar with all the rules there, and they're probably, licensed. Some attorneys are licensed in some surrounding states, but you want an estate planning attorney from where you live. So that was a really good video. And the third video that we have in Getting Your Affairs Order, because we're dealing with advanced directives, we're dealing with finances, and we're dealing with legal issues and legalities and end of life cares. So those are all the components in the Getting Your Affairs Order course. And so we have a video. We also included a video on what an end-of-life doula is. And last but not least, we have a billing patient advocate, a healthcare advocate, Tennessee Advocates with Nicole Broadhurst. She actually did a video for us just talking about the 3 things that people can do to prevent huge medical bills, and how to handle those, and how to resolve them if you get stuck with a large medical bill and you don't know how you got there. So these are things that she talks about, easy things for you to do, when you have medical expenses or when you're in the hospital, how to make sure that you're not getting stuck with bills, and what you can do to be proactive to prevent those. So these are some of the things that we're going to have available in this new course. So I'm real excited about that, and excited to be able to share that with you. And I'm just looking at my notes here just to see if we have anything else that I wanted to share about that course. So, we really want to boost awareness and be able to, getting your affairs in order. A lot of people say, well, what does that mean? People don't understand, what really goes into that. And so these are some of the things that we're going to be looking at. And let me just check one more thing here. I just want to see if there's anything I missed as far as highlights for this mini course. And so we're going to be looking at, we talk about decision making, trust, wills, power of attorney, how to choose a power of attorney. That's really, really important. Some people, like my in-laws, they put people in as the financial power of attorney and the financial power of attorney just by age. They just went from oldest down to youngest. And that's certainly one way to do it. But I encourage you to take it one step further. Look at it a little bit deeper and say, well, who would be the best qualified one? So in our family, we're a blended family. We have 7 kids. And so we're looking at the second youngest, child number 6. He, in college, he had a double major in finance and accounting. So he's a logical choice for us to be able to manage our monetary affairs. And he's he's child 6 out of 7. So you want to just, and my oldest son, he was voted Mr. Congeniality in high school, and he does not like conflict. So he's going to be a good caretaker, a good caregiver for us, but he's probably not the best one if there's conflict. You're having to deal with differencing of opinion and things like that. So I didn't want to put him in that situation. So you really want to look at your kids or other, family members that you're looking at, or friends even. If you don't have any children, maybe you're looking at other relatives or even family or friends that may be wanting to do this. So we go into all of that and to help you select those. So we're going to have a tool, the ultimate decision-making process. That's just kind of a nice grid, and it just walks you through all the decisions on one page and kind of sorts things out so that you can easily go through there and say, okay, I've got this covered, but I really need to look at this. We're good here, but let's move on to this section. No, we need a little work there. So it's kind of a one-page algorithm type of thing that is very helpful as well. We deep dive into advanced directives, living wills. What does that mean? What's a DNR? When you're making that decision, is it all or nothing? CPR or no CPRs or anything in between? We talk about all of those things. We mentioned the legal and the financial planning. We have a workbook that's going to walk you through all these things. It's going to ask you questions. You can fill in the blank. It's going to help you make decisions and sort things out. So that's going to be available as well. And so, in the getting your affairs in order, we want to offer you that step-by-step approach to help your family master, the legal, financial, and caregiving decisions that really matter most through the lessons. And our goal is that you get a clear understanding of what needs to be, what documents need to be in place, and how do you go about getting those. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and end this week's Tuesday Tips. I appreciate everybody stopping by and checking in. And also I appreciate all of you that are catching the replay. So again, in moving forward, if there's a topic that we have not covered, it's sometimes, we're in the thick of things and we have all this knowledge. And sometimes, when you get to that grassroots level, we really need to rely on our community. Do we need to, is what we're talking about too technical? Do we need to back out, make it more simpler? Do we need to start further in the beginning? So we really rely on you, our community, to be able to advise us and let us know what your needs are. Let us know what you'd like to learn more about. Let us know where you're struggling with and in planning and caring for your aging loved one. And then we want to make sure that we're giving you the information that is really helpful for you and can decrease that frustration and that overwhelm, give you some peace of mind, and just, make you feel that you're ensuring the best care for your aging loved one. So with that being said, thank you for that thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Oh, and it's my daughter, Katie. So thanks, Kate. But so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up this Tuesday Tips, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday. Take care and have a great week.